What's going on, boys and girls? It's your boy John, coming back at you again with another video for the day. This is the second video, so hopefully it goes well. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it does, but we don't know where it will lead because guess what? The future is uncertain. Future is uncertain, except that nothingness. Okay, anyway, I've travelled on for a little bit. Develop wisdom and your emotional and logical problems will solve themselves. Okay, that's what I said. Develop wisdom, and your logical problems and your emotional problems will solve themselves. Why? Because wisdom is where both of them come from. Think of logic and emotion, thinking and feeling, as being the children of wisdom. Wisdom is like the mother who gives birth to the child. And the child, two children, let's say wisdom. Usually, wisdom has a feminine connotation, doesn't it? Wisdom is usually defined as grace, usually defined as she, her, mother, nurture, that kind of jazzy thing. Let's say wisdom gives birth to her two children, logic and reasoning. No, reasoning and logic slash feeling and emotions. And the two children go off and they think that they're right. They think that that's the only way to solve life's problems. Logic and reasoning believes that logic and reasoning is the only way to solve life's problems. And feeling and emotions think that that's the only way to solve life's problems, yeah? Emotion is the energy. The feeling is the being in touch with oneself, being in touch with one's intimate connection with reality or just with life itself, right? It's beautiful. And logic is the structure, the reasoning, the planning, the methodology, cunning, calculating, methodological. No, methodical. That's it. Method. What the fuck is that word? Methodical. That's as simple as that. And these two children think that that's the only way to solve life's problems. Now, I'm sure you and me both have been through this experience where we've been encountered with a certain problem, be it emotion or logic, and we've used logic more, or we've used emotion more, or we've combined the two and decided that both this is a logical and a reasoning and an emotional approach that we shall use in this situation. Now, most of the time in your life, you will be either plagued by emotion or you'll be plagued by logic. Logic being overthinking, emotion being an emotional wreck. How do you balance the two out? Because the balance will always come about eventually, it has to. Either life will force you to find the balance or you will die. There's really no way out other than those two, to be honest. Wisdom. Wisdom is the mediator in between the two rampant children, the two bastard children who think that they know it all. Wisdom is the mediator. Wisdom cuts through the bullshit, and wisdom will utilize both logic and emotion in a way that will solve the division. Is really it. The division. There's only two states of human life, in my opinion. There's harmony and there's division. And being divided is, of course, being split, being a schizophrenic, being a schizoid, and being whole, harmonious, proper, is being harmonious, feeling good, feeling great, feeling like you're one with where you're supposed to be. And that is coming from a place of wisdom. Now, how do you develop wisdom? How is wisdom developed? How does one go about developing wisdom? Well, first you need to pick up a book that teaches you how to develop wisdom. Wisdom cannot be learned. Wisdom can't be learned. It can't be even taught, in my opinion. It can be shown. I believe everyone's wise. Everyone is wise. Everyone, even the idiot that you see, your town idiot, the most dumbest person that you ever meet is wise. Do you know why? Because if you tell them, if you instruct them, or you show them something wise, guess what happens? Their eyes open up and they're like, wow, you're right. I never saw about it that way, but you're right. Wow. Of course, these are the people who are open to other perceptions or their deepest own perceptions. Some people are just outright going to deny it, and that's okay as well. Stubbornness is welcome on this path. But wisdom is the all-inclusive mother of all of your your arms, you know, and your arms could be logic, your arm could be emotion. You can have a pick. I'm more of a feeler, to be honest. But just because I'm a feeler does not mean that I don't use logical reasoning in my life. You do. You are. You will. You shall. You can. And you do. There's no one way you will ever be going towards. However, I know that wisdom has taught me that to overuse logic and overuse feeling is never the way. And to pick a side between the two is just stupid. I am logical. I'm a feeler. It's like, it's the same as someone saying, you know, is it better to work a manual labor job or is it better to work in an office? Both are needed, both are required. It's basically down to a personal preference as to what you want to do, but you still kind of, the guy who works in the office is still going to do some sort of manual labor. He may go to the gym, he may do some physical workout, he may do something physical. He's going to have to, and the laborer is going to have to do something to do with logic and reasoning. You know, it's very, very possible that his labor work requires logic and reasoning involved in the first place. You know, you could be a carpenter, you could be a plumber, you could be an electrician, you could be a bricklayer. You need a lot of logic and reasoning for these jobs, not just sheer or intellectual capacity. You don't just need sheer brute force. So, you know, life is a balance. And to balance out your problem, which you're either facing through a logical overthinking way or a feeling neurotic way, wisdom is the way to balance out. And how does one develop wisdom? Well, I'm biased, very biased, and I'm going to point you to either the Buddha's book, the Dhammapada, or I'm going to point you to the Bible. A specific verse, though, a specific book in the Bible, and I'm going to point you to Psalms. The Psalms, or the Wisdom of Sirach, which I believe in the New King James Version of the Bible, New James King Version, is called the Ecclesiastes. Read these bloody books, man. Read either the Dhammapada, which instructs you how to coordinate your own mind towards wisdom, I guess, and the Wisdom of Sirach, or Psalms, or the Ecclesiastes in the Bible, pardon me, that was a big yawn, will kind of show you the wisdom that you already know. And what's the other book? Oh yeah, Epictetus's book, The Discourses, Marcus Aurelius's book, The Meditations, and of course Seneca's lectures, essays, I don't know. And there's tons more, millions more, man. We can keep going and talking about it for the rest of the day. However, what I will end the video on is develop wisdom. Wisdom should be your primary concern, actually, because wisdom will know how to use logic and feeling in a harmonious way. When feeling or thought is out of balance, it will come as negative. And that's all that negative is. Negative thoughts, negative feelings are just out of balance. That's it. You're just out of balance. You're upset because you're not experiencing any positives. That's it. Negative thoughts because there's no positive thoughts. You don't feel any positive thoughts. Well, negative emotions because you're not experiencing any positive emotions. The only reason they bother you is because you're not experiencing the other side. Because you're out of balance. And of course, you're never going to be in a place where you're only experiencing positive thoughts and positive emotions. And if you do, just know that it will end. Not soon, but it can end. It will end. Impermanence is something which you should be meditating on a daily basis. Impermanence, the end of all things. It is happening at every moment. You will die. I don't say that to depress you or make you feel pessimistic. I say that to enlighten you, to live. I'm saying this more to myself than I'm saying it to you. Live! Totally. Live, man. Stop wasting your life. Stop. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Live! And just live, man. Be present with the moment. Stop waiting to live. Waiting to live is worse because you are delaying living now. And I don't mean instant gratification either. Don't twist my words. Don't twist my words. So yeah, wisdom will balance out and provide harmony. And at the end of the day, I'm only concerned in harmony. I'm only concerned with harmony, well-being, and feeling good about yourself, man. Feeling good. But when I say feeling good, again, I don't mean instant gratification. I don't mean indulging in naughty habits. I simply mean naturally. How do you feel good naturally? How do you feel good? How do you make yourself feel good naturally? Well, the first way to ever do that is to understand why you don't feel good. And the only way you can understand why you don't feel good is by wisdom. Wisdom will teach you why you're not feeling good and why you're not feeling well with yourself, why you don't have well-being. Yeah, that's what wisdom will teach you. And yeah, you will know what to do from there. No one needs to tell you what to do. You don't need to follow anyone's fucking template on how to live life. What bullshit is that? You've got your own template. You've got your own life to live. You've got your own thing to do, man. Just follow it. Follow your own heart's desire. And wisdom will show you that. Okay, wisdom will show you that. Wisdom will also show you why you're actually not getting those things that you want, why you're not doing the things you're supposed to be doing. It may be harmful. Well, no, it won't be harmful, but it may be difficult to swallow the truth. But wisdom is only there to help you. Wisdom is always there in the form of grace to aid you in getting what you essentially want, which is a feeling of well-being, happiness, and contentment. What else do you want? Why else are you working? Why else are you doing the things in your life? You want to get to a place of contentment. You want to get to a place of well-being and happiness, don't you? So wisdom will show you how to get there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm going to go to the gym now. I'm going to enjoy myself. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Take it easy, buddy. Feel good about yourself. And meditate and read those books I recommended. Or find some other fucking books that will give you your wisdom. Because I want to see you be wise. I want you to have your long philosophical beard and walking around laughing. Just laughing about life and laughing at life's problems, because what else can you do? You can't cry. You can cry, but you can laugh as well. Why wouldn't you laugh? I don't know. Well, cry! If you want to cry, man, it's all good. It's all good, man! Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. 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 I did all three symbols and I'm like a gang member now.